In this video, I'm gonna mention the 5 keys to success when it comes to Google Ads for e-commerce brands, which I've been personally using for the last 4 years and continue to use to scale e-commerce brands to the next levels. But with that, the first key to success is that ad fatigue with Google Ads is real. If you have one campaign running with a select product and that product has the same image which you have been running for the past 2 months, 5 months, 10 years even, then that image itself is going to get overused. Why? Because every single person in that niche has seen that same exact image not once, not twice, but multiple times. And whether it's somebody who has already purchased from you, whether it's somebody new who constantly searches for that keyword to find your product, well, now they're going to get way too used to that image. And as a result, that product itself is going to have lower clicks in general. And when that happens, Google's algorithm starts to understand that something called fatigue is happening with that creative. But that's only the first one. The second one, that's the main key to success in my opinion, is understanding that the Google Merchant Center programs and just what you can do in the Google Merchant Center carries a lot of weight. Now, what I mean by this is, if we look right here, all these brands have taken the Google Merchant Center very seriously. They've provided not only all of the necessary information as you see right down here, but they've also provided a bunch of reviews. They've added some types of promo codes, so on and so forth. But this brand is the only one which thought of it a bit differently. Instead of just doing what everybody else has done, which by the way is related to this second key, they came in with a completely different approach. They made it so that their price turned green with the Google Merchant Center price cut promotion, and they didn't have any reviews here. Instead, they just had a promo code, just a return policy, which immediately helped them stand out along with their product image. Key to success number 3 with Google Ads is there is no such thing as a perfect audience with Google. Now, with Google Ads, when you start running a shopping campaign, when you start running a Performance Max campaign, if you go into the insight section, if you go into the keyword section of a standard shopping or search campaign, you'll notice that you're ranking for hundreds and sometimes even thousands and thousands of keywords. And that's not necessarily a bad thing. In fact, that's a good thing because that's just Google's algorithm and Google's overall system in effect. Essentially, what you want to understand with Google is there is no perfect audience. I see so many e-commerce brand owners, they want their ads teams or they themselves try to go out and find the perfect keyword or the most narrowed approach possible with these nitty-gritty details which they add in. You don't want to do that with Google because the algorithm, once it starts getting a lot of data, is very smart. It's going to naturally start going outside your niche to really match your audience and its overall customer persona with those people in these other markets, in these other industries. And a lot of times it does that very well. This brings us now to key number 4 to success with Google, and that is ranking multiple products side by side is the ultimate goal, not just one product in the top 5 or top 10. And what I mean by that is, if we look right here for the quick search I did for Christmas tree, we can see the brand King of Christmas ranking number 1, which is great for it because it's basically getting all of the market share at this point. People will trust it, etc. But it's even better for this brand now that there's multiple of these products that they sell ranking in the top 5 to top 10. This is your ultimate goal. It's not just to have one product in the top 5 to top 10 and then have nothing after that like Balsam Hill or Hammer Schlemmer as well. Instead, you want to focus on having multiple of your products occupying these top 5 to top 10 listings. And it's fine if it's not the number 1 listing. It could be number 3, number 4, number 5, or it could be number 5, 6, 7. As long as you have multiple product listings appear in the front, you take up a lot of the market share because you're taking up so much room in these top 5 to top 10 listings. And the normal customer, they don't know how you're doing it. They just think that you are a very top level authority brand because you're ranking so much in the front, and this ultimately helps you get more winning products, more winning variations, and ultimately increase your revenue and profitability. So it doesn't matter if you don't have multiple products you sell, or if you just sell one product. If you have a lot of variations, make sure you aim at getting those ranking in the top. Ranking in the top involves things like your product foundation, your product feed, your ad strategy, your overall approach in general. All these things, including landing page experience, come into play and let Google decide if you deserve to rank in the top or not. But moving on now to our final key, which is Google Ads loves supporting other ad platforms. What I mean by this is if you ever run Facebook ads, if you ever run TikTok ads along with Google, and you're using some kind of external tracking software like Triple Whale, Hyros, you'll notice Google always loves to take all of the attribution for the sales happening, even if the sales are happening on Facebook or TikTok. If somebody sees your ad on Facebook, TikTok, but then they type in the keyword for that product on Google, well, now Google is going to take that sale and it's going to attribute it to its own platform because it got that sale. And Google loves doing this. So what that means is essentially you need to be active on other ad platforms so that you let Google's algorithm not only, number one, get more sales and become smarter, but also number two, get that data from these other ad platforms so it can find you more customers via cold traffic campaigns that you then eventually put on Google Ads. This is a perfect approach for not only capturing cold traffic with Google Ads, but also now going on and getting that warm traffic, hot traffic coming in, and ultimately scaling your brand to the next level with Google Ads. But if you're doing $40,000 or more per month in revenue, you need just a little bit of extra help scaling your brand to the next level. Go on to my website at yourmarketing.com and schedule a free call with me to see how we can potentially work together and make that happen. But if you found any type of value in this video, do me a quick favor and destroy that like button down below and subscribe if this is one of the first times you're watching one of my videos, and check out this video on a recent case study did on a brand we exploded with Google Ads.